goes ham and just demolishes your stock. And we kind of pair that dominating Sisqui advantage state against that smooth disengagement-based disadvantage from Snormanda, and we get an interesting matchup. So far, though, you know, the Bowser Jr. Classic getting an early combo start with the up airs, going for an early read with the forward smash, and that's so interesting. Something that Bowie talked about a lot yesterday was, you know, the beginning phases of the game really showing a lot about what these players want to do. And Snormanda immediately just throwing out a forward smash read like that tells a lot about the way Snormanda wants to play. He's here to fight.
Right, he wants to get a lead early and push that home, and I believe that's the right play against Sisqui, because Sisqui will just squeeze every inch of your stock out with his Samus. A really strong player, really pushing European Samus meta right now, and I believe he's here to make a name for himself if he hasn't done that already. Right now against Snormanda, gets the grab, tries to get the forward air, covers the Mecha Koopa, or the Koopa card really, and gets the ledge trap with the charge shot. Really nicely done by Sisqui.
Yep, and that's an advantage state. Sisqui is just so dominant when he's in the driver's seat, and that's exactly what we talked about, right? And especially the way he played it, preventing Snormanda from going high with the side B, returning to neutral through that method. Instead, forcing a low recovery, forcing Snormanda to deal with the ledge trap, and then, you know, Snormanda just falling to it, not really knowing how to deal with those down B proximity bombs. And we got a trump into a stage spike nair. Interesting follow-up. Yeah, I mean, I get it. The nair covers multiple ranges because you can influence your ledge trump direction, of course. So Snormanda ready for like any variation that Sisqui was gonna throw them there. And Sisqui not ready for the attack. Sisqui very consistent though at picking up these Mecha Koopas. I do like that, using the forward air to cover himself as well. The super armor on that up B is gonna, or on that side B is gonna negate the up B, and that's gonna be a big point because one of Sisqi's downfalls that we saw against Tarek was that preemptive up B usage, really, you know, leaving him open and you know, potentially swinging entire games because of single punishes. So getting punished for those or hitting those on the super armor is going to be a huge benefit for Snormanda.
Right, and I noticed something that you might want to expand on a little bit, Ramses. The forward air from Samus is a great tool in this matchup, it seems, because it beats the forward air of Bowser Jr.'s, or at least it seems to do so. So it could be a very interesting point of contention, this mid-range that you like to talk about a lot, where Sisqui tries to keep Snormanda out and is doing so with those forward airs.
Yeah, and it's important, right? Because we're entering the mid-range on Sisqi's terms, and that is the difference. I think Bowser Jr.'s forward air can contest with Samus' forward air for sure, but if you're entering the mid-range on Samus' terms, then you are automatically at a disadvantage in those situations. Like right there, we see those dash-up shields. We saw that a lot by Snormanda yesterday, and those dash-up shields worked very well back then, but against a character like Samus doesn't care about your dash-up shield. She's gonna throw out a charge shot, and now you are stuck in shield. She's plus, and she gets to mix you up. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. And every time he gets mixed up, Sisqui just gets stronger. However, the reversal there, exactly what you pointed out before the game, Snormanda really good at throwing out this reversal at the right moment and got a stock there. Really damage controlling, or really putting on a good show in terms of damage control, because, you know, what looked like a pretty insurmountable lead is now looking reasonable. If Snormanda finds that early up air, this is definitely still very doable.
Right, but that's the key point. He needs to find the early up air, and Sisqui wants none of that. It's just keeping him at bay, using the rockets, using the charge shot. Does find some up airs, but those are on his shield, and Sisqui will not mind this as much. Does get the jab, and the percentages are basically back to even right now. Mecha Koopa on the floor, does get the up B here. Sisqui still in a small lead, but does get the ledge trap here, and we've seen how dangerous those can be.
Yeah, but no bombs this time, so Snormanda riding all the way to center stage, fully charged charge shot, that's going to be used soon. Yep, Samus never want to stick to a fully charged charge shot, always want to have it in that semi-charged state. Way more utility that way. And again, the up B whip, that could have been curtains if Snormanda had the right punish. Instead, goes for a single dash attack, which leads into a lot of pressure there, almost getting the KO. And Sisqui now has to find some way to regain the momentum. Looking at the percentages from Bowser Jr., he is nearing those KO percentages, and Sisqui, he's looking for the KO. You can see it in the backers, you can see it in the way he's moving around, just kind of baiting Snormanda in so they can get a big punish. Like those jumps, those are leading into nairs, those are leading into back airs. Roll in, does not get punished. Snormanda dropping the advantage. So committal with the forward tilt. You don't want to commit in the ledge traps like that.
Oh, and this is so scary, being against Sisqui on the ledge. That's not where you want to be. He gets the forward there, doesn't quite get it. Bowser Jr. is a heavy guy and needs to get back to the ledge, but still, that's still not where you want to be. Trying to get the clown card to get back to the middle of the stage. Does get through the up B. That could have been Curtains. Up throw is gonna do it. Sisqui gets game number 1.
And that grab was on the roll away as well. And this is what we were talking about with Sisqui before, is that like the way Sisqui plays the game it's very preemptive, right? So we're preemptively covering the forward air. I'm gonna flash you a charge shot and then throwing out something like a forward air or up air to preemptively cover. And we saw that grab at the end there. Like that was all or nothing. If Snormanda jumped, if Snormanda rolled in, if Snormanda spot dodged, basically if he did anything but roll out, he probably would have, you know, gotten enough of a punish to get the KO there. But Sisqui, like, that is kind of the benefit of a playstyle like that, is you get to, like it's all about confidence, and Sisqui has that confidence and does push those hits. Like, he sees the grab, he goes for it, right? It's no second guessing, just knows, hey, you're going to be scared here. I can cover a shield and I can cover a roll away. Gets the KO through that. I mean, a very, very close game, especially considering Sisqui was in the lead for a lot of like the middle of the game, and Snormanda really clawing his way back into what was essentially an even game at the end there.
Right. And just for a little bit of history, these guys have only played one set, and it has been an online set, so this is definitely different turf here. Sisqui won that set with a 3-2-1, but this is not looking like an easy 3-0, 3-1 for Sisqui. So let's see what Snormanda does to bring it back here. Already down 50%, but does get a nice forward air. Sisqui is on the ledge right now, might get some more percentage, but Sisqui with some smooth movement.
Again, Snormanda just overcommitting on the ledge trap, just jumping and going for the down air, and that's just such an all or nothing way to ledge trap, right? Because either they jump or normal get up and you hit them, or they do literally anything else, including waiting, and you lose. And that all or nothing type playstyle, like that is one of the first things you gotta kind of like tackle as you kind of improve. Now, Snormanda, of course, not an all or nothing type of guy. It's just kind of like those ledge traps that we can really see it come to fruition. So far, though, a lot of those dash-in shields from Snormanda coming out again, and Sisqui playing around those tremendously well. Has a very, very good grasp on what Snormanda wants to do. Reacts to the dash-in shield and rolls behind Snormanda, leaving the corner and punishing with the up B as well. Just very, very good awareness by Sisqui, always reacting to, you know, basically the overcommitment. So in that sense, Sisqui has a really good balance, ready to react in that situation as well. Just a charge shot on the overcommitment by Snormanda. Knows, hey, these are situations in which I want to preemptively cover. These are situations in which I can afford to react. And I do like that.
Yeah, I do like that as well. And Sisqui has been getting a lot of these grabs. And getting a single grab usually means a quick 50%, even gets 70% due to the platform extension. But the clown card will seal the deal on the first stock of Sisqui. Exactly what Snormanda needed. Now he's looking for a grab, trying to get those up airs once again.
Yep, that spin out so potent, and there we kind of see again the all or nothing type of playstyle, this time from Sisqui. First the grab whiff, and now the up B whiff. That's big damage. Look at this, all because of that one up B whiffing. We're back to even. So he lost the stock 2 to the grab, and now losing that lead due to the up B. Very, very much a you know, live or die by what he is comfortable with. The preemptive up B is going to anti-air very well. Snormanda using that down air, trying to mix up, but is going to get anti-aired quite easily. Sisqui, again, we see those bombs at the ledge. Such a good situation. The super armor, or heavy armor, I should say, is going to help Snormanda survive for just a second, but then the up throw. Very well found by Sisqui. I think, honestly, like Sisqui's ability to find grabs is probably the best out of any Samus player I've ever seen.
That's a big compliment coming from you. So that's really something Snormanda needs to watch out for. But what can he really do? Because like you put it, to get into that range where Bowser Jr. excels, he needs to do something like run up shield or move vertically. And those are both positions that, when you're on Samus's terms, not really a position you want to be in. Maybe you can get something out of this ledge trap. Doesn't seem like it. Sisqi's playing it slow. Gets the charge shot. Another 20%. Snormanda is trailing behind. Does get another chance. Maybe gets it this time.
But Snormanda this time, a little bit more reactionary on the ledge. I do like that, using the item instead to, you know, to be a little bit more flexible. But again, Sisqui finding that grab and finding the follow-up as well. That is a 2-stock KO. Very, very, very well done. Sisqui just looking so dominant. Just, you know, you can argue, hey, Samus shouldn't be grabbing too much because it's such a risky option. But if Sisqui gets these types of conversions off of those grabs, then can you really blame him?
I can't blame him at all. I'm not at the level of Sisqui, but yeah, he's playing very well. He knows exactly what Snormanda wants to do at all times. And that game 1 was very close. That game 2, not as much. But I can't believe that back air killed. That's 70. That's crazy.
That back air is insane. That back air is not okay. But it isn't easy. Let's be real. It isn't easy to hit.
No.
No, partially because Samus has one of the floatiest jumps in the game, right? So when she's short hopping, she's actually spending so much time in the air, and a lot of times her landing is actually reactable. So when she finds those back airs, it's oftentimes a hard read, just like we saw right there, right? Finding the throw and then following up with a hard read, finding the back air as a result. So let's see, can Sisqui find some more of those reads, or is this Snormanda switching characters technically? So
yeah. I believe this is young Eevee's Bowser Jr. skin.
Right. So
channeling a little bit of Dutchies.
Exactly, channeling some power, hoping to find some inner strength to make the reverse 3-0, because it's quite a trip all the way, to a 3-2 victory. And so far, Sisqui is looking posed to win.
Yeah, and he's looking very dominant, exactly what he needs to be, because like you said earlier, nobody wants to drop into that loser's bracket. Now Snormanda, which the ledge trap here, does get the down air this time around, tries to go for the up B, very all in, doesn't quite get it, and the charge shot misses as well. So I guess it's back to neutral, and Sisqui finds that grab once again.
But this time Snormanda fighting back again. We see a Mecha Koopa based ledge trap, but Sisqui just catching that. And again, I just want to highlight, Sisqui has been catching all of those Mecha Koopas. That is a huge deal in this matchup. And with punishing the forward air, Snormanda, the reversal king, getting dethroned by Sisqui. And he's just slaying opponent after opponent. Tarek was not safe. Snormanda is not safe. And Sisqui is on a tear, about to qualify for the World Finals. So far, of course, the match is not over, but look at the momentum. Snormanda finds a stray hit, but can never convert. These ledge traps, they're not really leading into KOs. He finds another hit, but does he find much more?
No, he doesn't find much more, and it's so hard to KO Sisqui, because Sisqui is not falling for these forward smashes. That's a ton of damage. Already 55%, and the charge shot is still ready to go. There's that grab again. That grabs. You talked about them time and time again. He finds them every time.
I don't know how. He's like opened his third eye, and the only thing his third eye can see is grab opportunities. It's insane. And Sisqui is just so consistent with it. Look at the charge shot, just denying that item setup. The Zair denying the item setup again, and the forward air to just finish off that advantage stage just sets up an amazing ledge trap, the charge shot. Like I said, it's consistent. It's consistent.
It's really good.
1P has you in that disadvantage state. You can kiss your stock goodbye. Again, the preemptive up B, maybe a little bit, it's a little bit of a weakness, but it does not lead to a KO yet. Look at Sisqui just finding the right hits. There is going to avoid the... Yeah. Snormanda, he's forcing some sort of KO option, but it's not sticking.
It's so hard to be Snormanda in this position with your winner side bracket on the line on your last stock 2-0 down. No. Sisqui is going to get another quick 40% off a single interaction. And Snormanda is not finding these kills. Maybe he'll find it right now. Doesn't quite. Oh, he does get it.
Yep.
Good.
Scoop with the backside. So Snormanda's still in this. We've seen the way he can deal damage. He's not out of the game yet. Sisqui has to fight his way out of the corner, gets tagged by an up air, but Snormanda not in a position to convert. The grab whiffs, no punish because of that side B. Snormanda focusing on disengaging rather than punishing and reversaling. Very smart by Snormanda. Now Sisqui fighting out of the corner again. The grabs keep landing. The aimbot is activated. Sisqui is looking to end this. The up B just preemptively just pressuring in any which way he can. Another up B. He does not care if it gets punished. He's just looking for a way to get out of this set ASAP. The up smash, you can see it in his eyes, right? It's KO move, it's chase move, it's all pressure.
Right, and it's a single hit from qualifying away. Gets the nair on the shield, so hard to block that one. And now Snormanda in a very hard position. We've seen these ledge traps, and there is the charge shot. And Sisqui qualifies for the Smash World Tour Finals.
Oh my goodness, he does not miss! Grab after grab, charge shot after charge shot. Sisqui keeps landing them. There is no respite. He just keeps finding a new hit. He just keeps chasing you down out of the air. And Snormanda is gonna take a dip into losers. That was impressive play by Sisqui. And I would say the qualification is extremely well